Share. Share via email post to your profile report story. The night went on as expected. Ojiro helped Deku get to his room while Uraraka and Hagakure went to their respective dorms. It was a good night for the pairs. Ojiro and Hagakure got to spend time with each other while Ochako and Izuku finally got to talk to one another. Soon enough the night has passed and morning came. Uraraka woke up early, perhaps a bit too early, at least for her, at 6 a.m. in the morning. Knowing this, she tried to get back to sleep but to no avail. I wonder if Deku's up, she muttered to herself half asleep but immediately dismissed the thought. Probably not. He's not training anytime soon after all. Maybe I should text him just to make sure. The round-cheeked heroine can't help but smile at the thought of Deku being back. Better yet, spend time with him again. Good morning, Deku, was the only message she left him. She waited for a reply for a few minutes. I guess he's still sleeping. Then it hit her. She's yet to confess her true feelings to him. Sure, they cared for one another deeply, but that does not guarantee he feels the same. Should I tell him? She asked herself, contemplating on the possible outcome of the matter. Suddenly she thought of Toga's words, all those things he said about being in a relationship, he did it with you, didn't he? Sure, she got over ignoring Deku because of the fear that Toga's words might come true. Still, the villain's words do haunt her from time to time. Sigh. No. That can wait until he's all better. She glanced at her phone once more to check if Deku replied. As expected, there's no message from him. I guess he's still asleep. Always the hard worker. She giggled at the image of her crush. After a brief contemplation on Deku, she decided to get up from her bed and head down to the common area. To her surprise, when she arrived, the girls are already awake. Almost as if they planned it. Good morning, Ochako. Mina greeted cheerfully, rushing towards her friend. So how was last night? She teased. It was fine, I guess, the brunette replied, failing to hide a hint of redness on her cheeks. She did not want to disclose any more information. Fine. That's not what I heard from Toru, she replied with a noticeable smirk on her face. I'm not going to tell you anything after your little stunt last night, Uravati retorted, trying to sound as irritated as possible, although she really feels quite the opposite. The truth is, she's very grateful to her friend, especially for getting over the fear of Toga's words. Come on, Uraraka, that's unfair, Mina remarked, obviously eager to hear about the events last night. She put her hands together to try and plead for any update. You know how much effort getting you two to talk to each other, she remarked in disappointment. Based on Toru, the mission was a success, right? She smiled. Jiro chuckled at Mina's statement. She covered her mouth to avoid any noise that she might blurt out. Well, you did benefit on your own scheme, Mina, she stated, pointing at what the pink girl is currently wearing. She was wearing Kirishima's shirt, which of course she did not realize until Jiro had pointed it out. Hey. It's not about me, the pink girl exclaimed with a noticeable redness on her face. The tables have turned, Mina, Toru teased. Last time it was Kyoka, now you, wearing your boyfriend's shirts for some unknown reason, she added. I forgot to change, okay? Mina asserted. I slept at Eiji's room and forgot to bring clothes, so I borrowed his instead. Promoted stories. You'll also like The Rising of the Shield Hero of Peace. 37.8K 788. When All Might, formerly the number one hero in Japan, also known as the symbol of peace, is transported to a world where he is dubbed an Quad, the shield hero in Quad, his name. MHA reacts to Paranormal Liberation War. Company, 71.7K 1.8K. Paranormal Liberation War, the event that shook the world of My Hero Academia and turned the entire country of Japan into a lawless land. Many heroes lost their lives in Rewind, Villain Deku, 703K 22.1K. Don't read if you don't want spoilers. Everything is spoiler in here. Read at your own will. Also, it's fanfiction. All for one breaks out. He destroys everything. He destroy. My heroes. BNHAX child. Reader. 35.9K 717. This book is very old and cringy. And quad. Mom. Dad. And quad. And quad. They're gone. Why N? And quad. And quad. Why did they leave me behind? Did they hate me that much? And quad. And quad. No. A Dragon's Trust Book 1. 2.2M 60.2K. A Dragon's Trust BNHA Various X Nightlight. Reader Book 1. And quad. W. What are you and quad? And quad. A friend. And quad. Tilde 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 tilde. Female. Reader. Male and female love interest. Devotion rightwards two-headed arrow Katsuki Bakugo X Reader. 1.5M 46.3K. YN as a new student at UA High. She moved away with her dad a few years ago after her mom disappeared. While she lived here, her two friends Izuku Midoriya and Katsuki. I remember you, izuocha. 61.3K 920. Unfortunate timing leads to Deku moving to America on his own, much like All Might. When he returns, Class 1A gives him death glares. Was it because of Ochako? Can we go back to Uraraka and Deku now? She stated, hoping they would go back to the subject matter. While when the shipper gets shipped she gets wrecked, Toru retorted, making the rest of the girls laugh. Hey, it's not like you girls didn't spend time with your boys, Mina exclaimed on one last attempt to change the subject. Our boys, Momo, Toru and Ochako aggressively asked in unison. Mina winked at the three girls. That's right, your boys, asserting with an almost evil grin. Ochako, come on. Tell us. After begging for what feels like eternity for Uraraka, Mina finally persuaded her. Fine, I'll tell you, she uttered, still red from Mina's teasing. She then told the story of last night to the girls. They can't help but squealed in excitement for their friend. So, did you confess, Ochako? Mina asked. Yeah, you two sound like a couple already. Did you tell him? Kyoka asked as well. No. What? The girls screamed in unison except Momo. Shush, the guys might wake up, it's still pretty earlier. Sorry, Momo. Why didn't you tell him, Ochako? Mina questioned. Ochako looked very embarrassed because of her friend's reaction. I wasn't ready, you guys. Seeing him is hard enough for me to focus. I can't help but blush when I'm with him, she uttered, bowing her head in dismay and of course blushing at the thought. Wow, you're really all over the place when it comes to Midoriya Ribbit. I know, Sue. You'll get your chance next time, Ochako. Toru cheered. Honestly, I feel a bit scared, you guys. How so? Momo replied, visibly confused. What if Deku rejects me? Ochako uttered, sadly clenching her fists. Ochako, I think you're overthinking this. Kyoka advised. Midoriya obviously has feelings for you. I don't know, Kyoka. The more I interact with Deku, the more I'm scared of getting rejected by him. Well, you'll never know until you tell him, right? Mina smiled, holding both of Ochako's hands. I guess, but if I'm going to tell him, maybe I could do it after he's better, she uttered, like she's seeking approval. It depends on you, Ochako. Momo assured. A few seconds later, Uraraka's phone suddenly received a notification. Could that be Deku? She asked herself, grabbing the phone on her pocket to check. Good morning, Uraraka. You sure woke up early, smiley face. Deku's reply unconsciously made the brunette smile. Did Deku text you? Mina asked with a visible smirk on her face. Why, yes. He just woke up, she smiled. Greater than greater than greater than greater than greater than greater than greater than. Good morning, Uraraka. You sure woke up early, smiley face. Hi, Deku. I actually woke up early than my alarm, ___. You getting off bed? Yep. I have to go to the school for my therapy with recovery girl. Less than 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 less than. I have to go to Deku's room, Ochako announced to the girls. I'm coming to help him with therapy, she added, immediately rushing to the boys' dorm elevator. She sure is excited, Kyoka smiled. Our resident bubbly girl is back, Mina remarked. I hope it goes well for both of them, she uttered, crossing her fingers. So, Momo. Oh no. The Class 2A Vice Pres muttered. How is your night with Todoroki? Blank, underscore, blank, underscore, blank. Author's note. I'm back with more stories to tell. I actually have an idea for another story. Still, this one is far from being finished. Expect more chapters to come. Yes, it might be painfully long, but hey, you guys can skip chapters XD. Once again, thanks for the support, you guys.